Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. We've got a new release coming out tonight, version 4.1.4, that has three new features. First of all is the ability to relocate or hide the order notes without using the custom checkout fields editor. Number two is the ability to relocate the terms and conditions to another place. Now, you could technically hide it, but just understand, you really don't want to hide it if it's enabled because WooCommerce is going to ask somebody to check that checkbox. They just won't be able to see it. So think of it for relocation. And then finally, if you're using the new PayPal gateway from WooCommerce, the one that is replacing the default one, unfortunately, it forces a lot of these PayPal buttons for instant payment into places you don't want them. So we've given you the ability to relocate it. They all work the same way, so I'm going to show you the first two real quickly. Here I've got a checkout that's in Gutenberg, and this also works natively if you want using Elementor as well. So if you have worked with us before, you realize you don't have to customize your checkout, but if you wanted to do it, you can take all the pieces and relocate them simply by grabbing the pieces real quickly from the patterns library and dumping them into place. Now these are the standard components, but I'm going to go a little farther now, and I'm going to use the new block. So I'm going to go above the left side, I'm going to say insert before, and here I'm going to type in terms so I can add in the new terms and conditions block. And all I need to do is click update, and like magic, when I refresh the page, the terms and conditions will be removed from the bottom right and taken up to the top. There it can be styled and highlighted and done anything you want with it, like I've shown you in many other videos. So you can essentially put a border around it, make it look snazzy. Doesn't matter. The cool thing is it's relocated. Let's do the same thing now, and I'm going to show you how to relocate and then to hide the order notes. So we're going to do the same thing on the right side, where I'm going to say insert above or before, and I'll type /notes, and there's the new component. And first I'm going to show you just by relocating it. So it's going to go from down here where it normally would be up to the upper right. And there it is. Now I'm going to show you, because this can be hidden without worry about triggering a notification. I'm going to show you how to hide it. With LaunchFlows and Gutenberg Blocks or any page builder, the easiest way is to add the CSS class of lf-hide. So for my block, I just go to right here, the configuration, block, advanced, and I type lf hide. And I can do that with any LaunchFlow component. And when I do, when I refresh the page, it will just be gone like magic. As simple as that. So I've got a lot of control now over those locations. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing now for Elementor. And again, even if you like Elementor, you're using Elementor, I encourage you to just use the Gutenberg blocks. You can have Elementor's header and footer and the rest of the site design, but just put the content with Gutenberg. Nevertheless, we do have this set up so you can do the same thing with Elementor. Here, I'll just make a 2-column. This will go to the top of my layout, and you'll see we have the widgets here. So we have terms. Let's put that there, and let's put order notes here. It's important when you're using Elementor to update the page, and then you always have to clear the cache when you want to see it on the front end. So for example, I have a little free tool here that's an extension for Chrome to clear my cache. And when I refresh the page here, we should see the 2-column. So we've got the terms here, the notes here at the top of the rest of the layout components. And if you want, you can always customize those further. As you know, you can just drag in those extra components and put them in your same layout. So, you know, whatever, if I wanted to put the payment stuff in the left column, just take the component, move it where you want. The rest of the default components will end up below. Super simple. The PayPal component will only work when you're actually showing those PayPal buttons, but it's called the LaunchFlows what is it? PayPal, I think. Let's see. LaunchFlows PayPal buttons. So the other new component is this one. It won't do anything now because I don't have the PayPal enabled, but if I had the new WooCommerce PayPal gateway, this would help relocate and or hide those components. By the way, when you're in Elementor and you want to hide something, like I want to hide the order notes, I click on the widget and then I can do one of two ways. I can go back over here to the advanced, and I could put in the CSS class of lf hide, just like on Gutenberg, or I could use the responsive. You know, I can go over to responsive and I can choose to disable the entire thing on all three. I would probably recommend in most cases just using the LF hide because it's simple and it's easy to remember and it works across all of them. Either way, it's just as easy. I encourage you to play around with these new features. Hopefully it makes it a little easier for you to do layouts. Finally, don't forget, we've got the free patterns library where you'll find these and any other cool ideas demonstrating the components of LaunchFlows. Let me move out of the way here and take you there. So every time I make one of these videos, I put up a new pattern. Today I'll probably make a new one that shows these components in a simple registration or otherwise, so that you don't have to work hard, especially in Gutenberg. You just see something you like, maybe you click on it to check out the details, or even do a checkout with this thing here, and if you like what it's offering, just click the pattern code and you can paste it into Gutenberg. This is Spence. I'll see you in the next video.